Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to another live conversation on ALLATRA TV Africa. My name is Olga, and today here with us, Douglass from Nigeria. Hello, Douglass.
Hi, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very good, and thank you for joining us today. I want to tell our viewers a little bit about why we are together today in this broadcast. So the Creative Society project is being implemented on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movement. And this is a program to promote awareness about our responsibility to building the creative society in stages and by peaceful means. This is the informational stage, a stage to ask people how they envision a happy and creative society. The other two stages are political stage, let us call it the implementation stage, and the referendum stage. To learn more about the project, please visit ALLATRAUnites.com. So at the informational stage, we reach new people using the theory of 6 handshakes, which says that we all connected through 6 or even fewer social connections. The guests in our broadcast can invite their friends, and the connections continue to expand. That's how we met our today's guest, Douglass Ogwu, a psychologist from Nigeria. So hello, Douglass, welcome to ALLATRA TV Africa, and please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, it's a pleasure meeting you guys, and I'd like to say, like you said earlier, my name is Douglass Ogwu, and I'm a psychologist, and my area of focus has been to render interactions with conventions, and I've had some couple of experiences, and I also had the opportunity of contributing my own quarter little way because I own a Facebook page that helps me reach out to quite a number of persons, using my area of expertise. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy that you was able to join us today. And at the end of this program, I'll ask you to nominate someone, your friend or anyone you would love to invite to our future broadcast. And use, of course, during the call before broadcast, you had a chance to read the article about the 8 foundations of creative society, and you had indicated your interest to speak on the 5th foundation, the creative ideology. Yes. Could our technical support please show us the 5th foundation? And I'll read it out for our viewers. Thank you very much. So the creative ideology should be aimed at popularizing the best human qualities and stopping everything that is directed against the human. The main priority is the priority of humanity, high spiritual and moral aspirations of a humanness, virtue, mutual respect, and straightening of friendship. Creating conditions for the development and education of a human with a capital H, cultivating moral values in each person and society. Prohibition of propaganda of violence, condemnation, and denunciation of any form of division, aggression, and anti-humane manifestation. So, Douglass, please comment on these foundations and tell me, what is creative society for you?
Okay. For me, I think creative society is based on this prospect. I think it's an ideology that is set to help people and to establish collateral relationship, their ability to cope and manage with their stress and conflict, emotional conflict, if you may put it that way. And it's a whole lot. I think it has, a perimeter that try to meet with world peace, a global peace, and it's also an avenue that I see welcomes a lot of people, race, different race, colors, religion, and background, status, and all of that. So it's a good platform that I think is potentially set aside to help people build their relationship. And I think for me, that's really paramount because building interpersonal relationship has a way to help people cope with the idea because it's a platform that expresses how people share different views. And when these views are shared, it gives an overedge on how to sort out the problem. I believe a lot of the agitations that a lot of people have, or a lot of crises a lot of people have out there, it's basically because they are not heard. When people are not there to share the opinion, it compounds the conflict in their mind. And I think that's one of the basic things that ALLATRA has achieved in this sense.
I agree with you fully. It's very important for people to actually be happy because coming from the happiness inside yourself, you will live in peace. You won't want any
Yes.
violence around yourself. You won't want any aggression, or there will be no negative if you're happy. What
Yes.
moral values, how important it is to cultivate moral values in a society, and what moral values are should stand on the first steps, at the top of society?
Okay, I'd like to start by saying that in this part of the world, at least 3 in every 6 persons will be depressed and unhappy. And this may be as a result of the political uncertainty to economic travesty in the system. And then if you look at to other limits in social value that has to do with good roads, access to food and shelter, electricity, quality educations, and all of that. So when you are looking at all of this, then it's a broad scope that makes one feel that they are ultimately the predisposing factors to high rates of crime and violence in the world. My value system, basically, if I'm trying to understand this, is that when the world has gone beyond, from my own perspective now, the world has gone beyond, the limit of boundary where people feel, okay, this is our problem because it doesn't really affect us. We could just hold on and just watch. Now, the example of this is that if there are certain situations in US, because of the bilateral value we share with US, it's a concern to the world, and that contributes to major conflict all around the world. If that same situation is in Nigeria, there's a lot of situations like the previous NSAS problem that we have in this country. It got to a point, it became a major concern for the whole world. And that's because of the bilateral value in our relationship that we share with the rest of the world. So it's an aspect that we really need to look at because it creates that bilateral value in which the work. So
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Your voice was a little breaking up, but as I understood what you was trying to say, that everything should be balanced. It shouldn't be that one country is facing some problems with food, with living, with education, healthcare, and another country lives prosperously. Everything should be in balance, so all people in the world are happy, and everyone has the necessary things for their living. And actually, before we continue, I'd like to mention that this article is on ALLATRAUnites.com website, and for those viewers who hear about it for the first time, please go to ALLATRAUnites.com website, and you'll find the article, 8 Foundations of Creative Society, Stages of Building the Creative Society. And I would like to ask you, how important do you think education in the society, because it's also creative ideology that everyone, the education in the society is an important part, right? So what do you think about education?
Well, I think education is paramount because it's the foundation for every great nation, and it's something that indicates transparency and easy access to bigger opportunities, and also to advance our knowledge beyond the normal. And education is like this part of the world. One of the problems we have is education, and it goes to the point that people can't share every or really get some opportunity because the quality education that is needed is not there. And also education is very, very important because to this, and it creates an awareness. Like what we are doing right now is creating awareness, and this is all the world needs. You orient people about situations, you give them proper knowledge about how things work, and this could only come from the awareness and advocacy, and I think this is what ALLATRA is doing right now, creating advocacy on people, trying to link people, like you said, I should refer someone after my meeting, so it connects globally, to a world peace. And this can only happen with the level of education and advancement, knowledge, if I must put it that way, knowledge, you try to educate people and let them have, an insight to this whole thing. I think it's a major attribute to what the main goals to be achieved in this whole sense, because it's going to help a lot of people have creative ideas on how to handle situations and work towards the main goal, which is the global peace.
Thank you. I
hope
absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you on education, because understanding different things which we learn makes us also respect other people and understand where different, even different races, where are they coming from, and that they have different maybe, I'm trying to say that they have different history, they have different abilities, they have something different, but we all together, we complement each other, and we become richer as a society, because every country is unique, every country has unique history, and this is also very, very important. So I wanted to ask you, what inspires and drives you in work, what you do?
It's just passion. I'm really passionate about my work, and it has been my inspiration from Ogwu. I put a lot of attention to the things I do, and regardless of what I get in return, it makes me happy. And if I could mention, it's one of the reasons why I created a Facebook page. The Facebook page is not a monetized Facebook page, so I have little or nothing to benefit from it, but it's just another way to reach out to people, to try to help people. to that. And when I got the opportunity of talking on ALLATRA TV, I felt an opportunity because it's almost similar to what I really love to do, and so I really grabbed this opportunity. And so my passion is driven towards the love that I have for my discipline, and it's one of the reasons why I would love to do anything to just to see if I can give my own quarter to the world. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And this is great when
Yeah.
something like this drives you at work, not just money and profit. And this is, to me, I respect this a lot. So could you tell me, how do you envision the creative society where everyone has a chance to realize their full potential as humans?
Okay, can you come again? Can you say that again?
Should I repeat it?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Yes.
How do you envision a creative society where everyone has a chance to realize their full potential as a human?
Okay. If everyone, like I said wrote down somewhere some time ago, I said if everybody do their work, there's nobody's work that will be left undone. What that means is that if we are good at what we are doing what we love passionately, I believe a whole lot of work will be sorted out and the world will be at peace. So if they have if we have driven towards this opportunity, and we are doing it very well with all our might and vision, I think the world will achieve a lot of success, and to create good value system that will enhance a good interpersonal relationship at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. What, in your opinion, can we do to improve this equal access to education? What can we possibly can do?
Okay. Okay. If I would like to speak from my view about where I am, my country, Nigeria, and I think there's going to, like we speak right now, the tertiary institution are on strike because the policy in the system is not working hand to establish um, good and quality education. A lot of these teachers have not been paid, lecturers have not been paid, and it has made cost a lot of limitations in this part of the world. So education is a big problem, a big challenge here in this part of the world, and that's because the government policy is not implemented in a way to suit the educational system. And so I think what can be done to improve that is funding, and then trying to create value. That's, education is the paramount goal that anybody can achieve. When we do that, we give them, it's more like laying down the foundations for people to work on. We need to create the value. The people need to understand the value behind education and all of that. I believe if our leaders understand this value, I believe they wouldn't do what they're doing. So they don't care the siphon or the money that should be, sent to education to improve the education system. So that has really been a big problem. So we need to let people know the value attached to education. Education is the foundation to anything. We are where we are today because of the little opportunities we have to education. So if that doesn't happen, it's going to be a very big problem in the system.
Yes, and actually there are countries that are developed, but still quality of education is not the best. So if if you're a teacher, or if somebody who's watching as a teacher, what can we really do to improve this this situation? Maybe on your spot, on where you are, you can start changing something, you know, with where you are, to change your surroundings, to change, to try to give something to people, educate them if you can. And of course, we also have online programs on ALLATRA TV, like 6 Degrees of Connection, when we travel to countries. And it's also a kind of an educational also, because we're finding out about different countries and different people, and they share their vision. They, like you right now, they share their experience, and this is also educational. So I think it's also something we already doing it. It's not we're not only talking right now, we're also sharing our experience, we're sharing our vision, and it's also educational for everyone who would watch this program. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, very correct.
Okay, so looking at the propaganda of violence, aggression, and division, anti-human manifestations in the society, what should every person be doing to contribute to building a world that is peaceful, safe, secured for all of us? What should every person be doing to contribute to building peaceful world and secure world?
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't like to answer that question straight. I would like to see if I can, get to it gradually. If that's okay. Why I'm saying this is because peace is everybody. Peace is I think it's is a choice we all need to make. The choice we all need to make. But we can also deny the fact that there are a lot of persons out there who might not really their choices or the opinion about making that peace, work with the general population of persons. And one of the precipitating factors for that could be the uncertainties and condition in the system, like I just pointed out now. And when you have political uncertainty in the country, it destabilizes a lot of people. When you have insecurity in the country, it disturbs a lot of people, and it makes them lack a lot of concentrations to some extent. So to achieve all of this goal, it's going to be ultimately a huge task. It has to do with how we interpret things individually. A lot of people were okay like this. Situation of the political issue that's going on in America, right? It's affecting the whole world. A lot of people in the whole world is concerned to that, and so you cannot elude that from what we may describe as peace. So it's something that we need to really understand that we can achieve if it's the choice that we really need to make. It's something we can achieve. But if you point it out to a globally, there's one or two things to get a lot of people's attention, and that's part of the reasons why there are a lot of violence, like in Nigeria right now. A lot of things are not settled. We just had NSAS protests, and that has caused a lot of devastation. The cost of things are on a high increase. A lot of people want to go to get something to eat, and all of that. They're hungry, and the grievances for hunger could turn out for anything. Like they said, the hungry man is an angry man. So if you can imagine that, it's a whole lot we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. So one of the main things to have a peaceful society, that people, every person in the world should have all the necessary things for living, like food, like house to live in, and clothes to wear, and after that, education, health care necessary, and quality education and healthcare. And these are the basic things that are important, but also is a choice of being peaceful society. I agree with you. This is very important. This is very important. But it's also pretty natural for us to live peaceful instead of fighting all the time. For a human with the capital H, it's absolutely natural to have peace around you. You don't feel, nobody, I think nobody who I know at least feels comfortable if there is some violence or aggression or negativity around. It makes you feel uncomfortable inside. So
yeah, I think I'll add to contentment. We are contented, and I think it contributes to peace. You know, you must not get everything that you need to be contented. You know, you just have little and being contented with it. And sometimes I also think another way we can achieve some of this goal is that we need to we need to appreciate the little things that in our lives, the little things that might not seem to matter. You know, things like our pets, things like friends, our job and all those things. You know, for the moment, if we can learn to embrace some of these little things, they might also help us a little to achieve those goals. Not until you have everything, so. And that's one of the reasons why I was pointing out that there are a whole lot of distractions and all of that problem that could cause one to not be at peace. But when you appreciate the little things, like what we are doing right now, you put all your attention and focus on it, and it might not be worldly what you want, but it makes you happy. You know, you choose that moment to be happy. You choose that moment to say, okay, this is who I am, and I just need to accept who I am now, and I just need to be happy. You know, you choose it over every other thing. You know, so I think basically it's just happiness. It's the choice that we all make, and it's the choice that comes with the little that you have. You know, the little that you have, because you see people who are very wealthy also have going through a lot of problem because the ability to control what they have becomes create multiple problems for them. You know, I quickly share that an experience that someone, a wealthy man who lives very close by to someone who has been finding it very difficult to cope with his life. I woke up one day and decided to help him, and he got some little amount of money and gave the poor man to see if he can assist him. And the poor man was overwhelmed with the money. He has never set his eyes on that kind of money before. So he felt so wow, so overwhelmed and so happy. And again, he got home that day. He was actually a peaceful man, but he got home that day. He couldn't sleep all the time. He was very worried that worried that people might just come in and take the money away from him. He was very worried about how to spend the money and issues like that. And he went back to the same man that gave him the money and told him, since you gave me this money, I've been very, very disturbed, and I think there's something wrong with the money. And what I see in that is that, he had that before that time, he had the opportunity, he was peaceful with his little family and the little job he was doing. But when he got the opportunity of the big money, it doesn't guarantee his happiness. Rather, it compounded more problem for him. And, so I think, it's just something to really relate what we're talking about. That money or getting everything might not bring the work, the peace that we're looking for. If only we can appreciate the little things that we do, appreciate the little that we have, I think we'll get there to be peaceful.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for this great example showing that what we sometimes set as our goal as can be really a goal, because we can have an example of many people who reach that goal, like you mentioned, money, and it doesn't make them happy. And instead of focusing on some little things, we maybe should look more globally on what really makes us happy is what we have right now at the moment. Everything is inside of us and around us.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing this, and
thank you.
Thank you very much for joining today and sharing your vision. And I'm hoping that we'll get together again and we talk about more foundations, because each foundation is very important, and it's very interesting when people start sharing their inner understanding of different foundations. At some foundations you start seeing them from absolutely different perspective, and I think it's very, very important, and it's very educational, and thank you.
I also want to add by saying that you've been amazing, and it's quite a privilege meeting you, and I love your good work and your enthusiasm towards this job. Is really nice and it's really lovely. And I also pray that God keep rewarding you and giving you, making you attain the best and any other acceptable opportunities that you ever desire. A prayer for you.
Thank you. Well, in order to build the creative society, the society we all want to live in, we all should be united with the common vision or model of creative society. These 8 foundations is the great pillars to do that, and unite all the people. Could you tell me, like, I have one more question to you. How can our society change when these foundations are implemented?
Sorry, can you come again with the question?
How can our society change when these foundations are implemented? Do you think it will really work for what we are looking for peaceful, happy society? How do you see it when we implement these foundations? How our society will change?
Yes, I think it's going to change. I think it's going to be very, very impactful. What you are doing now is very, very impactful. You know, I like to say that every life you touch is a whole generation. And you need to understand that every life you touch is a whole generation. You are talking to me right now, you are talking to a whole generation. I'm talking to you right now, I'm talking to a whole generation. And then ALLATRA is one among some of these platforms that, you know, meet people from different race, ethnicities, status, and political background, and all of that. And so, what you are simply doing is that you are leaving something behind, and that thing they carry it all along wherever they go to. You know, you can't change everyone, but the little you change, if they are very, very impactful, they have the tendency to spray, you know, what they've learned from me to other persons. You know, so we are reaching out to me. It's an opportunity for me to also reach out to a lot of persons from what I've learned. You know, so Latra and your project right now, I think it's impactful, and I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to benefit a whole lot from it. And I think it's a good work, and I think it's working towards a global peace, you know, to unite the whole world, peace and all of that. You know, so it's you know, I also want to say, if you say, if I can go by what I said previously, I also want to add that peace is a choice that we all need to make. You know, if you go by the things that the situations and the crisis all around the world is not enough to give anybody peace right now. The world at the tip of crisis and violence everywhere, but this little drop of lives you are touching has a lot to help people, to grow to understand the benefits to why they need to be at peace, that they don't need everything to be at peace. And so ALLATRA is doing a good job, and I think at the end of the day, they are going to achieve a whole lot. A whole lot. It's a big one. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And this is the great goal to all unite all together around a peaceful society, society of happy people. Thank you very much, Douglas. And let's return to the theory of 6 handshakes. And I would like to ask you to give us a name of a person you would like us to meet to talk about creative society. Do you have one?
Oh, okay. Yes, I think I already given. I gave it some days ago, like I think it's last week. I gave a name. I dropped it on the platform. And
okay, that's great.
Again.
That's great. Thank you. I also wanted to tell her.
I won't give more than one.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course. The goal of the project is to talk actually to every person in the world, and online technologies, the technologies really allow us to do this right now, because we can connect each other online and talk about on different topics and discuss creative ideology, discuss the foundations of how to build the happy society, peaceful society. And this is great. This is actually very important, and I'm very thankful for this opportunity to be able to talk to you, to be able to talk to other people, and go live and share it with the viewers. And this is actually amazing, and I feel very grateful for that. So I would like to say to our viewers that it's very easy to join the project, to join Creative Society project. Please visit ALLATRAUnites.com website and click the join button. This website is translated by volunteers of ALLATRA IPM to more than 18 languages. Here you can see on the screen, you can choose the way you would like to participate in the project and join it. And since then you can spread the idea of creative society, share it with your friends, acquaintances. There is really a lot depends on each of us. Will we just read about it and close the website and think that, oh cool, somebody is doing something, or we will start sharing this idea, discussing it with people, how do they see it, and we will share it around the world, and more people will join and more people will be uniting together for the better goal, for building a better society. And so that's what I wanted to say to our viewers. So thank you, Douglas, for sincere and heartwarming answers, and thank you for the viewers for joining us today and all the technical support that helped us through the broadcast. Thank you very much. Would you like to add something?
No, really, I just want to say it's a privilege to be here, and I want to encourage you to continue the good work. And I also want to say that there are more than 100 million people out there who need you. And it doesn't matter where you start from, you just need to get one. Like myself, they are talking to, you just need to get one and start. But by the time you know it, you're all around the world. So it's don't think it's you just don't think how to start it. You've already started good work, and I know at the end of the day you'll have achieved a lot, and it's a good one. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you soon again in our next broadcast. Invite your friends. Thank you.
Okay.
That's it for today, and thank you and
All right.
bye. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right.